Okay, in this video, we're going to create this compositing from image they rendered before. So if you saw before video when we did inside the Terragen, creating this kind of backdrop, we have also our model that was photoshoot in the studio, and we're going to put that together, using some brushes and some other plugins to create this scenery, just to composite them together. So let's go ahead and start working on this image. Okay, so let's go ahead and select the image for our processing, and I like this one. I think it's worked very well. Arm a little bit lower. I think we will need to readjust and point up, but I think it should work. We'll go ahead and open, actually right there, right here, camera raw. For some reason my Photoshop bridge not yet linked with the new camera raw, so I need to fix some of the stuff. But right here we'll go open inside, and let me scale slightly down so we can fit in our preview. Oops, again, where's my camera raw? Right here. We'll go scale down so we can see what we're doing. Okay, overall, first let me point on this. I am working in Adobe RGB color space, and this is set also on my camera when I photoshoot. So this is workspace or color space. I prefer work. It's a personal choice for different reasons, but overall, if you work with sRGB and other ones, just be sure you try to keep it same color space to all your process, from photoshooting to post-production, other things. Also notice I'm working with a 16-bit depth, so it will provide a better gradient for me without any fringing or other stuff. Okay, it's all right here. Let's go next to inside some settings. The model was shot on a white background, which is okay for isolation. We're going to do. We will need to flip over because she's pointing to the left and we need to point to the right. We'll do this later. Right now what I want to do is take highlights down like almost all the way. It will help me to preserve some of those over blowing whites, mostly because it's also silver suit kind of. We'll do this way. Shadows we could bring a little bit up, but I think it's good as it is. Bring sharpness up to restore some of this sharpness will last with anti-aliasing filter inside of my camera. We don't care about the noise reduction or any of this. Same, we won't do it anything with HSL usually, but I'm sure, but I want to be sure my chromatic abbreviations and user profile is enabled. So next we'll go ahead open, and this will open inside the Photoshop. I'm using the latest version of what the Photoshop at current moment. It is on a CC Cloud, and I think it's like 2021 or something version. So right here we have our image, and we're going to prepare this model first by creating our take original image, duplicating the layer. Okay, and we'll go ahead, let's go call this model. Okay, when we call model, next we'll go select the pen tool, and I prefer to use the pen tool when I need to isolate the model from. It's actually prefer a little bit better working this way. So let's go a little bit closer, zoom in, and we'll click once with the pen tool. We'll line on another, click and drag. And notice right here we have it handles. With the round objects, it's actually easy. Just follow the curve, and as you follow the curve, you see how it will come back. So same things we'll do right here. We'll go click, and we'll start dragging, follow the curve, and it's give it us very nice smooth transitions. Okay, on the helmet it will just work probably just fine. Okay, we'll do more. Just overall be sure the curves kind of matching. Okay, we'll go right there, just matching curve here. Next we'll just go around the helmet. Okay, let's go right there, adjust. Usually I'm stepping just about maybe 1 or 2 pixels inside the model. The reason is it still have a little bit edge, and overall we add a little bit later anti-aliasing to this kind of edge, so we'll restore it, some of this blending. But I almost any time when I process for the compositing, almost always use the pen tool. Okay, and it's, let me kind of be quiet for a second, so I will speed up and you can see after. Okay, so right here done. Let's go next. When we're done with this, right click and select create vector mask. So if we look right there, we isolated our model. Next, let's go create new layer. We'll call this retouching. And this is just we're using healing brush to touch up something. And we're going to using healing brush tool where you hold down Alt key to sample and just go over to create, fix some of those elements. We don't need to fix it too much. I'm just looking, this is from the helmet, but we'll still kind of like paint a little bit right there. If you have it, some like right there, we have it lights coming through, so we can just very fast kind of fix. Don't worry too much because we're going to create a sun flare in this area. I just want to be obvious lights removing from this. So, and also right here, hairpin. So let's go hide this one. Go on the side, click and just kind of very fast touch up on that area. Just remove some elements. Let's look more where we have it. Remove some branding or a name. Don't care too much about this, just something. There you go. This is actually from a spray can. I made this helmet by myself. Cannot find one that I like it, so you kind of start creating from different and parts. Kind of sometimes funny because it's definitely the PVC pipes, and this is from some pop bottle and from the paint cup. So that's what I glue there, and a spray paint after. Let's go look on a gun. Gun does not have any markings. I think we are all good right there. This is okay. Yeah, let's look any. Okay, we'll look good on this. Okay, next we're going to Control Shift Alt T, Command Option Alt T, take all layers and combine them together. Be sure we're clipping, and this will be our smoothing. We'll select and go to Filter, Noise, Dust and Scratches. I'll just going to close on the face. This is maybe a little bit too much. Let's go drop down to about 21. Click OK. And let's hold down Alt or Option key and click on creating mask. So it will create a black mask, and we'll need paint in area we want to effect. So I will select white brush. Let's set to 10% opacity. And I'm just usually add this smoothness to skin. So I just want to create this kind of poster look. This is work also very well. We have it like noise or other things, like right here we can just add even on a helmet to hide some of those elements, like right there. We can make them a little bit better, smoother, kind of going over. There you go, like right there. And let's smooth. We have another. You can see we can hide quite a bit, but we'll leave it those once again, them to be as our flare from the sun or other elements. We can also maybe to some effect, but I like scratches. Maybe we should leave it this. This one we can retouch and remove it, but I think we'll leave it. Yeah, that does look good. Okay, now let me disable so we can see transparency better. Okay, next we'll create a new layer, and we'll just fill with 50% gray. This will be our dodge and burn layer. Let's go call dodge and burn. We'll need also clip it. You hold down Alt key or Option, move your mouse, and you can clip it, or you can right click to this and just set create clipping mask, so it will same things will do it. Shortcuts a little bit faster than just clicking other ones. And we want to be sure it's a set on soft light, so we'll use it contrast blending mode. Let's go use it black color, 10% opacity, and I'm usually start with shadowing. If you don't know where to put shadow, start look where the shadow located, so it will kind of help you with this. And I'm just increasing the lighting right there a little bit. I know we'll have it lights go from the side, so I will also bring a little bit more on the side. And this is from the lights going. Okay, let's go to adjust. We definitely will go over more on the we'll go a little bit more. We'll go and create when we're doing blending in. Right now just very rough shape, just adjusting. I think that is will do for now. So this is our model. We'll go to come together, group it. And again, this is, oops, let's cancel this. I don't want it. I'll just say model. Okay, and we're going to right click and convert to the smart object. Almost anytime when I do prepare like model or anything, convert to the smart object, so we can easy after scale, resize, or do any other stuff as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and open our render. This is a backdrop I render inside the Terragen. If you're interested, I have a video recorded before that, so you can see how all of this was set up. If you don't have it, Terragen, or you cannot render, this image will be available for my Patreon supporters, so you can follow up along with all these details. All this project will be available for you. Next, we'll take our model, drag and drop her inside the scenery. And this is 8,000 pixel scenery, so it's kind of fun, but we'll go resize it, model to matching. And we want to resize her a little bit smaller, so let's go right there. Just about, maybe about that size. So we'll go like around right here. Right around there. I think this size about right. Okay, there you go. Okay, next we'll go to edit, transform. Let's flip her horizontally, so she actually point to our shot. And you see it does not match with location, so we want to actually take and point directly to our monster, or whatever we can call this. So I'm going to take brush 10%, click from here and click to about right there, so it's where we need to point. Next we'll go select our model, and we're going to edit, transform, and we'll go click, actually no, let's go to puppet warp. It's what I want to do. That will be a little bit better. So we'll need to set few points like right there on a feet, so it does not move her at all. Okay, and now we can click on a gun and take this point and move just right there, so you can see it is like right around there. It's kind of point now to the monster. When we're done, click enter and it will lock. Now we can turn off light and you can see it's going directly shooting our monster. Okay, a little bit more action could be interesting, but I think that one will work for our idea what we want to do. Okay, so right now we have our model. We have the model point to shoot. Let's fix something on a background that we have. So I'm going to create a new layer and touch-ups. Let's go call this. Okay. Let's move it back, this one. Okay, so we'll go select new layer. Go to touch up. We'll have our brush. One thing, we have this artifact from the render, so we'll hide this artifact. Also, we have it no texture, and it's kind of nice because I can show you how we can apply texture here. And let's go zoom out a little bit, and I think this is about all we can modify. We want to add some debris that we'll do with the brushes later, but on this case right here, so example, let's go this way. We have it model, we can need overlay with a texture, so almost any texture will work, but we can create our own. For this, we'll go select a new layer. Okay, and a new layer, we'll go select a black color as a dark we can find. Okay, and a bright color, we'll go select maybe like this will work. So that you can see we have two different colors on a new layer. Let's go call it texture. We'll go to filter, render, and we'll go to different clouds. Okay, next we go to filter, render, different clouds. Okay, and we can now you can press Control F. Okay, oops, actually filter, Control Alt Control F. So what it's to repeat it, Control Alt F, and we'll just go press few times. Okay, next let's go ahead and with our colors we can apply some gradient to these. So we can create new layer, gradient, and let's go select fill tool, and you can do as you like it, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll select what we have here, and I'm just selecting from point, maybe from shadowing. We'll see how it will come up. Link and set this mode to so let's go look hard mode, multiply. Let's go with a multiply on this mode. That will help us to add some coloring, and I think maybe coloring, I don't like it, so we could play a little bit more with that. Probably just this one will work for now. Okay, let's go ahead, add mask to these, come closer. On the mask, we'll white % and I'm start just a little bit painting, maybe right there, some elements. So this is one way, and it just give it us this kind of look. We can, what we done with other colors, we could do this color overlay. It's one way to do it. Another ways we can just mask and create, just copying on this. So we can do actually maybe I should do this with just mask, just to showing the different. But what I like with these techniques, you can see it's creating kind of like look, almost different materials there applied, so it's kind of nicely work. Okay, right there, creating almost like burnet engine. And we can also take and slightly apply around. If we have a problem like dark, this is contrast rate is not right, let's go to create curve. Okay, we'll switch this curve to luminosity mode. We'll clip that curve to the layer, and we'll just take black and bring up. And you can see as we bring, our contrast is changing, so it's what we wanted. We want somewhat matching other contrast. Okay, right here we kind of applied some texture. You can apply precise texture if you wanted, or you can create layer. And another ways to do this, it is just using healing brush. Okay, so I'll go on that texture here, and you just select it, and we can apply with this as well. Okay, so let's go check current and below. We have it normal mode. We don't care about alignment. Okay, and I think because the lightness, we actually want to use the clone tool for this. But I want opacity 10, soft. Okay, I'll just let's go to a softer edge. Okay, just a little bit. And usually what I do, I press and release. And this way we can paint over. Okay, that is one way, a little bit harder sometimes to do, and you can go over. So let's go disable those twos, and I have multiple ways to do it. Then other ways, we can also just go and says select color range. In this case, we'll just select our cockpit. We don't care about everything, just right this area. Let's kind of bring a little bit down, like right there, click OK. Now we have our mask selected, and let's go zoom out. We can also, if you want it, you can uncheck everything else with this. So we can just go like this and remove our selection that we don't want there. So now we have our select area. We can create a new layer, and whatever changes we applied, same like with clone tool, if it's you find the easy that way, you can do same things. So I'll just select here, we'll just start, then let's pop up a little bit bigger, and we'll start applying kind of this texture. Okay, on a shape. The problem was happening, we start losing details. To restore those details, we'll need to switch the blend mode. Okay, or we can take just import specifically texture and apply this texture to that. But with masking, it's probably a little bit easy to do. And I'm just going like right there. Okay, we don't care about those ones at the moment. So you can see it's kind of applied. And overall, let's switch this mode. We can switch to like multiply mode example. Let's enable another mode as well. We'll bring our multiply down, and we'll bring this one down as well. I think that will work. Yep, there you go. That's work a little bit better. Remember, this is all will be in a fog, but you can see in the far we kind of hide it, as our goal was to hide this area. We'll add some flames and add smoke, so they actually will be good. Those ones, I do like them white. They actually come up nicely. Okay, let's go work and add a little bit more fog and debris to this. So we'll take this texture. We don't need any more. What I want to do, it is using some brushes. So we create a new layer, call debris. Okay, let's go take our brush tool, and I'm using Ron brushes powder. You can use it different ones if you like it. I just found these ones work very well for me, and you can see they kind of nicely work. So we'll set 10%. Let's zoom in. Okay, and what I'm doing, I'm using Alt key to select color around there and just press down. So again, Alt, select different colors. We want to use this different coloring, like in the shadows. Maybe a little bit bigger size. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, let's go select a different color, another one, smaller. Okay, select different right there as well. Kind of like apply to blow up their debris. This one also kind of interesting debris. You can see some of them will work very good for our what we want to do. It's like right there, if we put it, it's almost debris coming actually from this area there. So let's select darker color, apply debris right there. Let's select more different debris right there is another one, and this is like hitting from there, I think. Let's select darker color, apply it. So it is all in a mix, is what we kind of going to mix around that area. Okay, I think this is powder will work better. And okay, we have it more, so let's go to probably select this one. Let's see how that will work. Oh yeah, this one will work very good. Select around there. Yeah, that powder will work very good. Okay, let's go a little bit down. We'll add right there powder. Select another one, maybe this one will work. Yes, let's go do this, but we'll go with a darker color, and we'll just much smaller size. A little bit too dark. Maybe these shadows kind of, yeah, a little bit this way. And it kind of, you can see it's already start working very well, blending through that area. Okay, let's go ahead, select, see what other powders we can have it. I think this one will work. Yep. Okay, again, Alt, select. Let's go down, and it's too big. Yeah, we'll go like right there, add, and select brighter color. We'll add a little bit more, almost look like a smoke. Let's create new layer, call it smoke. Okay, we'll go right, we'll use another brushes again for this. So let's close it, these brushes, and we have it another round smoke brushes. And I think fog maybe even work better, but we can look at some smoke. So let's select these ones. We'll go select some lighter color. Let me see if it's come from engine, kind of like this. I think this will work. Let's bring on a lower behind. Or all a 0. Yep. Okay, we're all good on here. Let's go just look on a, this is a little bit too, maybe this one will work. Yeah, that will work. Let's go to white. Okay, and we'll go to select brush for this. Okay, now maybe too big this smoke. Let's go look if we find something a little bit more defined. This one may work. Okay, yeah, that will work. So just overall add right there a little bit of smoke, and let's add it a little bit darker, kind of like almost start steaming something from there. Let's go ahead, add, yeah, this one maybe like around there somewhere. Yep, let's go do this. We'll add a smaller, coming from cabin. Like I said before, you remember we have, and with all this dust and particle, we don't really have can see some stuff going on there. Okay, let's collapse this one, see what we have in another smoke. I think the fog will also work very well, so we'll go around the fog, select some of this. Yep, that will work very good. Select, and let's just, yeah, that one will work. Create new layer. Let's go call it fog. And we'll just add, increase in size, just add a little bit covering right there, so it's look almost on a ground fog. I think that one is work very well. Okay, we have it right there, explosion. So let's go add something to this as well. Create new, and it's a blast, let's call it. Okay, and a blast will go back to our powder and see if we can find something that can look cool from there. This one we may work if you look, Control Z. Let's go select the color. 100% will reduce right there. Let's click in, Control Command T. Okay, so we can just reposition and like that, creating just something a little bit blast right there. Let's go select just simple powder dot, so we'll need it. No, it's too big. Let's go a little bit more fine. Yep, that one will work. Select different colors. Again, this is what creating for our depth. It's different adjustments. We also can go select brighter orange, like right here, example. For this one, we want to go from smaller, brighter will be right there, very bright, and we have it less saturation as they're getting bigger, so it will create a little bit nicer effect look. Right there, just where's the blast happening. Now let's go re-enable our model, and we can draw the blast from your gun. So I'm taking brush. We'll go just, let's go select soft round, and we'll just go from this one. So let's select coloring, maybe some yellow from here. Okay, and we can just select from point of the gun. Okay, actually, let's go select new layer or ray gun. Let's go call this, and we'll move this on top above the model. So we'll click on the middle of the gun with 100% selectable, moved out, select middle we want to blast, hold down shift and click. So we'll just draw that single line. Okay, that is will be our blast going on. Next, what I want to do, it is actually filter, blur, and blur on this. Let's add a little bit to that kind of blurring gun, but I'm going to use a special cool plugin later to create this nice blast. So we like right there, and then next I'm going to select absolutely white color. We'll make smaller, going from here again, select, and up to middle. So there you go. This is will be my ray gun shooting actually, and we'll go apply some other with the oneric. We'll go apply some elements to this, so this will create a nice glowing effect for us. So let's take blast and move above the gun, so it's kind of going inside. Here what we're going to do now about the gun, let's add a little bit more interesting effect to this, some like a smoke, and also on the blast let's add a little bit 10%, and we'll just click, increase in size, click, increase in size, click, increase in size. So it's create kind of like we're decreasing, so it's creating this white point, kind of generating shooting effect. And we can do same right there. You can see it's going behind the breathe. So it's kind of creating this shooting effect for us. Okay, I think it blast, we can work a little bit more on this. Model is still just hanging in a air. For this, we'll go create new layer. And we'll go bring her down. Okay, shadow, let's name it properly. Okay, to bring her down, we'll need it, have it, create shadows under her feet. I'm selecting the black color that is in the shadows. You can always just hold down Alt, go to the with the shadows and click on this. So that will give us correct coloring. And by multiplying mode, we can have it darken, and we can also preserve the properly coloring, because it will have it cast coloring as well. So right here, let's create short shadows, and we'll doing this by keep it close to her feet. Okay, we'll just kind of creating right there. Okay, we also notice the shadows kind of going that direction, so we'll need it also create those shadows. We can do this by hold down on Command or Control, click on a model, then we're creating kind of marching ants. We make our selection on the model. We call drop shadow. Okay, in this case, we already select color. We'll just going and fill with a color that we already pre-select as our primarily. And now all what we need to do is just drop down, which is we can do by adding transform and distortion. So we can just take those areas and just like bring it down and put it right there. So let's bring, I think around there maybe. So yeah, 1 foot right there. This is foot going this area, and we'll just kind of trying to reposition. Okay, we'll retouch after a little bit more. Again, let's a bit wider, press enter so we can see. Now we have shadows that we adjust in a second. I'm taking brush again and just right here with very small, just add kind of like shadowing right there. Okay, on this shadow, drop shadow, let's do the filter, blur, Gaussian blur. So we'll just add a little bit more to this. Let's click OK. And also we'll select create new mask with a black color, 10%. We need it reduce opacity on top, because usually it's when you go down, it's kind of less, like right there. Touch ups. Let's go back to our shadows. 10% right here. I think I need it. Just add a little bit more. There you go. And just create a little bit better shadowing. Okay, now I want reflective shadow cast on her, so we'll create a new layer. Okay, reflective shadows. We'll switch this again to the multiply mode. We'll go Alt and clipping to our model, select some color around there, what we wanted, and we'll start casting on her shoes. Start from there. And the reason is because she is on this area, and it will be darker, and her shoes will getting kind of same color. Okay, so this is one way. Next, we need blend her even more with this, because her suit is reflective, so we need kind of apply that reflective to her suit. Let's go to our background, and on a background, I'm just going to take marquee tool and select maybe around this area, maybe too big. Let's go select this kind of copy paste, create these teeny tiny elements that will go put it above her. Next, I'm just going this Control Command T, so we kind of putting, I want to be sure it's cover her all what I needed, it is coloring, that is will bring in that color. So we'll put it this, cover her over, hold down, clipping to her, reflective color. Okay, that is what we'll be doing, and we'll switch this to soft light or hard light, depend what you wanted. I think, let me see, hard light maybe does not work too much. Let's go with a soft light. We'll go with soft light, and we'll hold down Alt or Option, create mask. To hide, we'll take our pen brush, 10%, white color, and we'll just start brushing in. And you can see this is actually start kind of almost reflecting. We don't need to go everywhere, but just in a place where you can see it can reflect, like bottom of your arms. You know what I mean? Where's this will probably just reflecting. So then we want to reflect more at those colors. So it says, there you go, kind of start blending. Will actually really stand in this area. Of course, what's happening right now, our contrast mode does not match. Let's go create a new curves for this adjustment layer. We'll go to link again to our model, switch this to luminosity because we don't need effect colors, just on luminosity. We'll take on a black and we'll just bring slightly up, like right there. Blacks, so you can see it's just a little bit better on contrast mode to matching our area. Okay, so this one is, we may need to put it some around her kind of fog, a little bit more action. And maybe just add a little bit more interesting something to the sky. We'll see this way. Let's add smoke to this. Okay, above the ray gun, about smoke, let's create a new one. Actually, right here, I think this is layer is my smoke layer. Let me try. Yep, that is empty smoke layer. So we'll just using that layer I did before. We'll go to the white color, right clicks, go to our fog. Okay, we'll go right here with our fog. Right there is our fog. Go select some of the like this soft fog. I think that will work. Here's 0. We'll go down. Yeah, it's a little bit too small. Increase in size. There you go. Just add a little bit. And by the way, her helmet, till I remember, let's create new mask. Okay, we'll take also brush till I remember. Sorry for jumping to this, but I want to fix this right now. And we'll on this helmet. Usually I will make kind of distortion, but I don't think in this case it's work. So we'll just go, it's 100%. I don't need 100%. I need it 10% opacity. So right there. And we can start kind of blending in on a helmet. So let's go closer. And you can see right there, we can start masking out. The beauty about this, because it's a semi-transparent glass, so we can do a lot of leaving there, almost like on the middle need to be almost always transparent, kind of going, but close to the edge, it's where we start losing some of the transparency. That's what's happening here. So in this case, we'll have a nice, beautiful helmet. Okay, let's go right there. Closer around her. Okay, let's increase a little bit in size. And it's nice because her hair is kind of blending with this, which is working very well. Okay, almost all transparent on the middle. So now the helmet look a little bit better, I think. Okay, back to our smoke when I was doing. And with the smoke, let's go select a different fog. Okay, let's go 0 again. Yeah, right there. We'll just add a little bit more. We'll go create. Also, you can see if it's going over her, it's kind of nicely blending, but we want to use it this dirt kind of look, like right there. So we'll usually I click on the color around her, and we'll just use it that one, a little bit darker maybe in some areas. Okay, go around brighter. If you want, you can use a total, just pick color around there. Okay, I think that one kind of blendingly a bit better with her feet when it's look a little bit more like she's belong in this. Control Z, let's go right there. It's all in overlays in blending the stuff. So same like right there, we can actually go and select. Okay, let me see this fog. I want to actually, you look kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and put this on top of your gun. Control Z, okay. Yeah, I think that one will look. Yeah, right there. There you go. That is a better place. Like he burning from the laser. I think that will work good. Okay, overall, we don't need too much to do here. Add stars, how I said before, we can create new layer. Let's go call stars. Again, I'm going to use it brushes. I know you can do a lot of with a good brush and round brush. I think they're nice. You can purchase them on DAS, so that's where they're available. We're purchasing, and they actually have very nice ones, like right here. Look, we have a nice, beautiful star brushes, and you can add them around so you can see. You can go in a space, like right there, you know, just put it around. Right around there. Don't worry about too much opacity, because we can always just take and bring them slightly down. Okay, so let's go next, create new layer, and we call this global dodge and burn. Same, we'll go to fill up with 50% gray, switch to soft light, take our brush. Okay, and we don't need it white on this one, we need it. Okay, let's go to accidentally undo too much. Soft light, we'll go with a black color, 10% opacity. We can do by manually, or 9 will do it, and we'll just go like a little bit on the top. Let's darken out, so we'll have it a little bit more look like a sky going darker. And I don't know, maybe those stars a little bit too kind of look funny, so I may redo the stars. Okay. And on the bottom, we'll add right here with her feet. So we'll just go to okay, and in some case, this composition just keep it us a bit nicer, darker. We'll go white, and we'll just add this point a little bit better right there, white around here. And darken a little bit more around there. So I'm not sure about the stars, you know. Let me go to recreate them, maybe just create something better. So same, we'll go, let's go back, let's go to the brush on the stars, and we'll just select. See, they have it very nice, this one brushes, which is kind of, yeah, I like those ones better. So let's go to, okay, there you go. And they 24, we can have it with about 100%. Let's go select. Right there. Okay, there you go, something like, and we'll go switch this mode to We'll go to the soft light mode on this. And because this should disappearing, we're creating, for this, let's create mask. Select like one. Control Z, 110%, and we'll just go a little bit right there, start masking on lower. So we'll be a little bit more transparent kind of going, and you can see with atmospheres as we're going down, it's kind of appearing. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some glowing effect to this. So for this one, we'll going on top, and we'll go to Cool Honoric, the plugin which has helped to create some glow effect. So we'll go generate, and we'll generate several layers of this, because I want to separate guns glowing from other ones and so on. So we'll have it multiple layers for this. Okay, sometimes take a little bit time till it's loading. When it's loading, it is loading in full kind of screen, but I don't like this, so we'll go to switch. We'll go to shows, okay, screen mode, and let's go to screen mode to standard screen mode so I can preview all that stuff. And you can see it's already applied quite a bit. I don't need this way. We'll go to mask, and mask will take our brush. Let's make it quite a bit smaller. And I'm just painting right here. This is what I want to make glow first. When we're done with mask, let's apply it. Okay, just will apply mask to this ray gun area. I want to also colorize this. So we'll make a little bit color. And let's add color saturations a little bit up. Okay, let's go to pop-up threshold, and if you don't see the threshold, how much it's applied, the creating X-ray will help. So we can look on X-ray and see there how it's going. We can also pop up a little bit exposure. Let's go disable X-ray so we can see actually result what is going on. And here's before and after. You can see how we got nice glowing. I will reduce some of this line glowing. We'll add some maybe pulsation to this, and we can do this, just overlay some soft lights or multiply to this. We'll do this after. When you think it's good for that one, let's go click save. Okay, and it will be ray gun glow. Okay, so it's done. This one, let's go generate another one. We'll want to generate now glowing around the gun area. So we'll click another generate. One is creating, and I probably, how say, we'll go create about 3, 4, maybe some is around here. We'll see how it will go, and definitely we'll need to put it coloring over this to create this more kind of retro look. So we'll do that one soon. Okay, so right here we have it. Let's go again, select the mask, and the mask will just go select around this area. Okay, well, let's apply it. It should just add glowing around here. Yep, let's go to set colorizing on this. We want colorize in kind of a red, painful red color. A lot of saturations add on this. Okay, I think that one is working good. And you know what, let's maybe bring threshold a little bit down so we still see some of the debris from that element. Okay, let's go ahead and save. We're gonna shot call this one. Okay, and let's do one more around here. Again, we'll go generate, creating, and you can see we already have it 1, 2, 3. The reason is why I'm separating, so I can manipulate with them later if I needed to remove some of those brightness from this. On this case, it's kind of work very well if you separation. Same like with the gun, I can create a maybe even bluish kind of color going right for the ground. So let's do this one. We same when it's creating. We'll go inside the view, switch our screen mode to standard, and with the gun we'll go to mask. Okay, we'll go mask just around here, maybe a little bit around here. Okay, like right there, how it's gun will affecting. Okay, let's click OK, and we're going to now colorize, make a colorization on this. Let's go add a bit to the bluish color we're going. We'll see how it will come up, if it's look good or not. I don't know if it's blue look. Now let's go back to a bit yellowish red, because it's all going that way. So yeah, this one is better. Let's go select, and we also want to reduce a bit on threshold so it won't be that bright, just like right there. And you can see it's glowing a little bit on her helmet everywhere. So this is let's go X-ray, preview those areas, maybe pop up back slightly. Right here it's ways will be affecting, that's what we're going. And I can actually mask a little bit this down afterwards. Okay, and it is a gun. Okay, I think that is actually all what I want to do, just to have this glow on the weapons. First I was thinking to add some fire to the behind, to the ship, like right there, maybe flames, but I think it will be a little bit too distracting because our line, this is what make all of that look. And right here we have it, our blast. There you go, this is our blast. This is shot as our ray gun. We actually can just remove it. I think that will go good. Let's switch this to the screen mode, and we can also take just like right there, and there you go. It's actually look better when we just do with screen mode, and you can see we have a nice shot. This again, this is our gun itself, ray gun. This is the by creature, and this is by the gun. So I think that has actually worked very well. We're done with this one filter. So next, actually, so the rest edge look okay. Actually, edge look better than I expected. So we'll just leave it like this on this edge. Let's go next on top. I want to Control Shift Alt E, Command Option Alt E on a Mac, create new layer, and we're going to filter forge. So let's go filter forge 10. This is where we're going to do some of the coloring, and I'm going to do coloring by using filter that I created for the filter forge. It's the phototone. It just helped me a little bit faster to create this tonal correction. You can still do this in Photoshop, but my goal is just showing how we can do this. So like right there, those colors, let's have this preset first. And now I'm going to adjust some of the settings. Not maroon, let's go back to cyanish kind of bluish look. Yep, like right there. Okay, pop up a little bit on too much on the green. Let's go back. There you go. You can see how much we add a little bit more saturation, all the stuff. Maybe too much saturation. Let's take down to maybe about 52, like right there. We'll go click apply, and it will help us to add some of the coloring to our scenery. Okay, and again, this is not necessarily the best pose or other things, but it's kind of interesting just to play around and see the older ones. We can have a title even put on the top and have some of this covering. Couple things what does not necessarily work very well, and I need to fix it. It is lighting on her. It does not necessarily matching. So what we need to do is have a dodge and burn and just add lights on her highlights and darker right there. But again, it is coming from lights from the ray gun, so it does work this way. But maybe just a little bit highlights, except this one is work. I'm just trying to analyze lighting, and I think it's actually work okay there. So we can see right there we have the before and after. Let's go to add a little bit right there. Okay, now I'm going to create actually a new layer, fill up with 50% gray, and we'll go filter, noise, and we're going to add noise. 10 will work, and switch to soft light. So we actually add more noise, and the reason is because if you remember, I touch up some of her and remove some of noise before, and also we have less noise in some render. But with this we can kind of give it this kind of unity to this to all image. Okay. Okay, it's called grain. Let's go call this grain. There you go. So we have the grain. We did this. Just for fun, if you want it, we can add even, you know, the strikes kind of going. But I think that way it's work better. Okay, let's go ahead, create new layer. Dodge and burn. Another one. So, and I have a lot of dodge and burners all the time. Again, let's go to soft light. Let's create a brush 10%. And we'll just add a little bit more to the dark, some of those elements, like right there. Let's go to white. We'll add a little bit more white right there. A little bit on the creatures. Now let's go to black, add a little bit shadows to the moons. Shadows on the ground, just kind of give it, play with a little bit more effect right there. Okay, there you go. So let's preview. You can see it just changed slightly, make it look a little bit more interesting. And let's go to now create another selective color adjustment layer. For this one, we'll go select black first, and we'll just take and flatten just about to our black, going a bluish cyanish color. Yeah, just a little bit like right there. We'll go to neutrals, and neutrals will go in a little bit warmer color, like right there. And let's go look on our whites. This is our whites, so we don't want to touch here, but we want maybe just a little bit warmer for them. Yeah, let's go just a little bit warmer. I think it's look a little bit more interesting. And here we have it before and after adjustments. Okay, overall it's a little bit empty for me, you know what I mean? We don't have it like wow effect or other things. We could add a little bit more debris maybe to this, so we can put it under here. Debris, let's go right there. We'll just see if we can add, because still look a little bit too empty. We'll go to the powder again. Let's select, this powder will work fine. Darker color. Okay, let's go come closer, see. Yeah, I think that will work. We'll go with 100% now. We'll just add a little bit up front of her, just around there. Control Z. Nope, we don't need this one. We'll just need add a little bit. Just overall noise, I think in the picture was missing a little bit. So it was a little bit boring, no action. So with this one, we'll just cheating. We're adding, by adding these particles, we kind of adding a little bit of this, you know, something going on there. Yeah, I think that one is the work a little bit better. Okay, front of her a little bit. Okay, let's go add particles right there. There you go, just a little bit more noise, something going on there. I think that is look a little bit better that way. Okay, before and after. So definitely, I think, add depth to this. Okay, and the next last step, what we need to do is just, of course, add our name. There you go. I'll just take this one, stick somewhere in a corner.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, take this, stick in a corner. put it right there, adjusting, and just slightly. I don't want to be in a face, but just people if they're interested so they can see it. We could also just maybe a little bit shrink, I think, just right there. Not too much. I think that will be actually work better. Delete it. Yeah, we don't need it. Actually, no, let's go leave it for now just to see. I think that will look a little bit better. We don't have too much dramatic going on this shot. I think if we make her smaller and kind of more fun pose, that may be applied, but overall then we'll lose her face and everything. So I think that will work just fine. Okay, there you go. Here's our image, and let's take all our editing that was done before, and we'll have it before and after. So there you go. That's what we added to our render. And if you're interested, again, you can look on the render that what was done and set up inside the Terragen, so you can create your own kind of look on this. And in this video we was using the assets we created. And if you are Patreon supporter, greatly appreciate your help, and some assets of this of course will be available for you to download and try this to do on your own. Thank you for watching these videos. If you have any questions, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe it, let other people know, so it will help me to grow my channel, and I greatly appreciate all your help. Thanks.